Head over to stretfordpaddock.bigcartel.com and check out the Paddock merch. And for a short time, you can get 20% off orders with 2 items or more using the code Paddock20. Go get on it.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stephen Howson. This is the transfer review. And before you ask, it's a bit cold. First up, Hakan Calhanoglu. And this time last week, I was standing here saying, do you know what? This is utter bullshit. His agents offered him to AC Milan, or he's offered him to Inter Milan, he's an AC Milan player, and to Manchester United. That to me is literally bullshit bingo. I'm going to offer him to their biggest rivals, and I'm going to offer him to United because we generate the most clicks. That to me screams bullshit. Now, Christian Falk was on the Tier 1 podcast, great podcast, with, I nearly said Cristiano Ronaldo then, but it's with our Ronaldo and Jay Motti from Q103. So he was talking to them, and here's what he had to say. He said,
Yes, true. I think this will happen because last summer there were already talks with his agents, and I don't know if you know that Juventus Turin would like to have him also for last summer, but he said no. I think he said no because he already knew about what will happen this summer with United. I think the talks are very, very far at the moment. He's a free agent, so I think this transfer will be very likely.
now that is a big one. Free is a price that the Glazers like. There was 4 verys in one sentence there. That tells me that he thinks that this might happen. I'm still sceptical. I still think this is agent talk. I still think this is how you get a new contract at AC Milan. I also don't necessarily see where he fits in at Manchester United. We're kind of awash with players that kind of fit in their role. So unless we see Jesse Lingard gone, and I know a lot of people would like that. Personally, I think we need to have a word with Jesse about why he's putting pistachio nuts all over turkeys, but that's a whole other topic altogether. Juan Mata, who I think we all can accept is probably coming to the end of his career, but I just don't see where he fits in, especially when you get in the likes of Donny van de Beek, who can't necessarily get a game at the moment. Do you remember Paul Pogba? Currently, he's still at the club as well. So, seems like a strange one for United to be prioritising, but free is a good price. So, I am raising it up from the absolute 0 out of 10 bullshit that I gave it last week, and I'm going to give it a 2, and I definitely think this is one that we need to keep an eye on. Next up, don't laugh, Samuel Chukwueze. According to La Razón, which is a Spanish outlet, are we being blagged again here? We might be getting blagged again here. I hope not. This is Cam that's done these notes. If it is, I'll put his at down below. Tweet him the abuse. United are going to rival Liverpool. How convenient for the Nigerian forward next year. It's been quoted in the Daily Mirror. So if it's wrong, tell them. Chukwueze is absolutely tearing up Spain at the moment with a grand total of 1 goal. I mean, right, we've got 2 academy players at the moment who are absolutely rarsing it up. 2 of them, Hugill and McNeil. They are rarsing it up. You've got Tony Marshall, you've got Marcus Rashford, you've got Mason Greenwood. You've kind of still got Ighalo, albeit for maybe another month. You've got Cavani. Why do you need some fucker no one's heard of who scored 1 goal in Spain, where it's easy to score more than 1 goal? And this motherfucker who's got 1 goal to his name is just so happened to be wanted by Manchester United and Liverpool. Fucking no chance, my friend. 0 out of 10. Camavinga's the next one that we're going to be talking about, and Camavinga, a very interesting player. I've been talking about him on my own channel, looking at potential midfield players that we could bring in. The guy's very, very, very good, and I think he's got a very, very high ceiling. Well, the news that's coming out about him at the moment, no one's linking him anywhere. I mean, well, they are, but no one's necessarily linking him anywhere that we're talking about today. What we're talking about him today is because he sacked his agent. Now, when you sack your agent, that definitely leads to a couple of things. That means that you're potentially looking for a new deal. You're potentially looking for a new move. This guy's not got the connections, perhaps, to maybe get you over to the Premier League. So I think this is an interesting sign, and I would expect talks as soon as he finds his new agent. Let's hope it's not Raiola. Yeah, let's hope it's not Raiola. Let's hope it's not George Mendes either, because that means he's going Wolves. But let's hope it's, I don't know, someone not mental. So obviously not Raiola. If it's right, I mean, the thing is, if it's Raiola, you know we'll probably sign him at some point in his career. But I don't really want him to go to Raiola. Let's see where he goes with anyway, because top young talent is he's at the age where Raiola tends to fucking slide in. So let's see what happens with that. But I don't think this makes a move any more or less likely. It's definitely interesting. So let's keep an eye on it. What did we give it last time? Balls. Just give it a 3 out of 10 this time. Right, that was the ins, here's the outs, and I'm going to be serving you an absolute Christmas-level sized portion of utter bullshit. Get back, sit down, and I'm about to tell you. What dick? Right, here's how it's going down. Someone woke up this morning, had a text off their editor and was like, "Oi, knobhead, you need to get me a story over, ideally with Manchester United in the title, in the next 20 minutes. And he's gone, bollocks. What am I going to do? Got it. United aren't playing Donny van der Beek, are they? Ho, 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 ho. Right, here's the gist of what the article says, because I couldn't see it for the absolute mountain of bullshit that was in the way. Donny van der Beek is wanted by Juventus. Juventus was going to try and get him on loan next month, well, January. But they're not going to try and get him on loan in January. They're going to wait till the summer, where they'll get him for just a bit less than we paid for him last year. I'm sorry, what? I think the whole premise of this story is Donny van der Beek hasn't played a lot. He's being eased into the team. He's being slowly put into the side. Fucking hell. And he also had a very good game. Do you think United are going to just go, nah? I mean, I don't think United's transfer department is the most elite transfer department in world football. Let's get that out there, right? That's out there now. But I don't think they're that incompetent that they would be signing people like Donny van der Beek, who's clearly a signing for 5, 6, 7 years plus, after, I mean, it's 2 months in a grand scheme of things, isn't it? I don't think we're like, nah, done, throw him away. When he's played, he's been a very good footballer. Now, if he's frustrated at not playing games, again, I understand it, but where's the patience? It's been like 10 weeks or something like that since he's been at the club. There's got to be a period of adjustment. There's got to be a period of bringing him into the team. And do you know what? If he keeps on putting the performances like we saw on Tuesday night, when he comes into the team, I think all of us have to hold our hands up and say, do you know what? Solskjaer managed his transition into the team perfecto. So this story, I don't even know if there. Do you know when there's zero, right, where water freezes, and then you've got the temperature of space. This, out of 10, is the temperature of space. It's not happening. It's a load of bollocks. And finally, this one's definitely not bullshit, and it's certainly one that I think will happen, and it's Sergio Romero could leave Old Trafford for the grand sum of about $2.5 million in January. Now, this is where you go, I think the club fucked up here. Because I think everything that, let's be real, Romero's wife was saying at the end of the transfer window, like, he's been a good servant to this club, he's done what's asked, he's sat on a bench, he's played video games, he's played 1 game in 15, he's done everything that he's been asked to do. So when he goes, okay, I'm done with not playing anymore, I think I'm going to go and maybe spend the last couple of my years, I know, playing some football. I think United should have shook his hand, said, thank you very much, mate, off you go. We got him on a free. You're not losing money on him if he just walks out the door. He came on a free. Now, to try and get back $2.5 million, well, guess what? I think we probably paid him more than $2.5 million since the end of last window. So you've not fucking won anything, have you? You should have just let the guy go and be done with it. Absolute nonsense. It's not hard to see, is it, when... I mean, even the other night, Tuesday night, we named 2 goalkeepers on the fucking bench. 2. And one of them wasn't Sergio Romero either. Of course he wants to fucking leave. Let him leave. Free Romero. Hashtag free Romero. Let him go. $2.5 million? Yeah, sound. Even if it's free, you'll pay him more than that towards the end of the season. So just let the guy go. Just fucking shake his hand, say cheers, give him a photograph of him winning the Europa League, and fucking get rid. Sound. Happy days. Do I think he'll go in January? Yes. Do I know where to? No. Let's call it 7 out of 10, though, that he actually manages to find a club. I hope it's not Everton, though, because he'll take over T-Rex arms and make them really fucking good. And we don't want that, because they might be fighting for the same sort of spot we are. Anyway, this was the transfer review. Cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you fucking later. Bye-bye.